ओम जय स्वाहा माता।
बोले श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय। Let us all join together. Simple kirtan as we glorify Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Leela Purushottam. Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan, Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan, Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana
Jai Jai Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana
Jai Jai Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
Ha Keshava, Ha Madhava,
Ha Keshava, Ha Madhava,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana
Jai Jai Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Yashoda Nandan Gopika Ranjan,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana
Jai Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
He Keshava, He Madhava,
Ha Keshava, Ha Madhava,
Keshava, Ha Madhava,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana
Jai
Jai,
Jai Ishwaram Anandana Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana
Jai
Jai,
Ishwaram Anandana Jai.
Ishwaram Anandana Jai.
Devotees, time and again the message has been passed on to us. God makes a difference in our lives. In this world of duality, so many things fluctuate. If I want to be an optimist, I will see life as a series of joys, happiness, punctuated by moments of unhappiness. If I'm a pessimist, I see life as a series of pain, punctuated by a few moments of happiness. But the point is that there is this duality. So there is inconsistency in life. There is no stability, no dhriti. How can I achieve that? How can I achieve that state of constancy, equanimity? It's quite difficult, but not impossible. As we go through the corridors of life, we are attracted and distracted. by so many things. Those things that we love, we are attracted to them, sometimes distracted by them. And other things, we tend to turn a blind eye, we move on. Life is one of choices. The choices we make determine the outcome. We make choices, we act. Actions happen to be the root cause of whatever happens to us. But when I make my choices are supposed to be made based upon enlightenment, informed conditioning. Many times I act in ignorance. Ignorance is like a dark night in which we find ourselves deeply asleep. We need to wake up. The sages have, from ever since time immemorial, pushed us in a certain direction. For those who have ears to hear, the mind to analyze, the advice has always been given, and if we can implement the advice given to us, life indeed will become a divine song. In this simple bhajan, the sages advise us as to what kind of attitude we should have, what we need to do.
जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई अब रैन कहयो सोवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई अब रैन कहयो सोवत है। जो जागत है सो पावत है, सो खोवत है, सो खोवत है। जो जागत है सो पावत है, जो सोवत है सो खोवत है। नींद के आँखें खोल जरा और अपने प्रभु से ध्यान लगा। दुख नींद के आँखें खोल जरा और अपने प्रभु से ध्यान लगा। उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई अब रैन कहयो सोवत है। यह प्रीत करन की रीत नहीं, प्रभु जागत है तू सोवत है। यह प्रीत करन की रीत नहीं, प्रभु जागत है तू सोवत है। जो कल करन सो आज कर ले, जो आज करना सो अब कर ले। जो कल करना सो आज कर ले, जो आज करना सो अब कर ले। जब चिड़ियों ने चुग खेत लिया, फिर पछताए क्या होवत है। जब चिड़ियों ने चुग खेत लिया, फिर पछताए क्या होवत है। नादान भुगत करनी अपनी, है पापी पाप में चैन कहा। उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई अब रैन कहयो सोवत है। जब पाप की गठरी शीश धरी, फिर शीश पकड़ क्यों रोवत है। जब पाप की गठरी शीश धरी, जब पाप की गठरी शीश धरी, फिर शीश पकड़ कर क्यों रोवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई, अब रे न कह जो सोवत है। जो जागत है सो पावत है, जो सोवत है सो होवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई, अब रे न कह जो सोवत है।
उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई. The sages have said to us, O traveler, they have addressed all of us as travelers. What is our journey? Through the ocean of duality, the forest of the world process. The traveler implies that the journey itself is not your destination. You have come from somewhere and you have to return to somewhere. The journey is just that intermediary stage. Most of us believe that this is the destination. So we are referred to as travelers. Understand the connotation of that term traveler. You're not here to stay. You're not here to stay. None of us is here to stay. So we are reminded of this. You are a traveler. O traveler, utajag musafir. Hey musafir, jago, wake up. Wake up. But I can't say that I am awake. Am I not awake? But then what do they mean by being awake? The statement goes on to say that the night of the illusion has ended. The dawn of wisdom has broken. So the illusion or ignorance is classified as a dark night. A dark night. And in the night, devotees, we all know that we have various dreams. Some wonderful, some nightmare. We don't want to ever dream them again. What do we mean by this? In the night of the illusion, I have various dreams. Some dream he's a lawyer. Some dream he's a doctor. Some dream is a Mahaguru. Some dream is a great teacher. Different dreams we all have. And we try to live those dreams in this night of delusion. It's like a pauper goes to sleep, he dreams that he is a king of wealth. The king goes to sleep, he dreams he is a pauper. For the pauper, that dream is really nice. He loves being there. For the king, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But when both would wake up in the morning time, the king is still the king and the pauper is still a pauper. That dream was an illusion. So too, in the night of the illusion, we have all these fantastic dreams and sometimes fearful ones. But when we really awake, arise, when the dawn of wisdom has broken, these dreams dissolve, they disappear, for they are not real. As a traveler, through the forest of the world process, all these dreams come to me in the night of delusion. Ignorance takes over. Ignorance. And it was already mentioned that ignorance is fivefold. Fivefold. I'll just enumerate them. Mistaking the unreal for the real. Mistaking the ephemeral for the eternal. Mistaking the impure for the pure. Mistaking the painful for the pleasurable. And mistaking that which should be given up, discarded, as being that which is achievable. If you analyze in life, we are all caught up with these fivefold forms of ignorance. Ignorance envelops Gyan or wisdom. So once I'm caught up in this ignorance, I am asleep. The night of the illusion has enshrouded me. I have all these dreams. But what would be the reality of such dreams? The sages advise, oh man, wake up from such a dream. Wake up. The dawn of wisdom, Gyan, has broken. Now this might be a bit far-fetched, devotees, and nebulous. I'm a teacher, I'm a doctor. Then what am I? If this is unreal, what is real? The sages point to the fact that you are not the body, but you are the soul, Atma. Atma has no occupation, no profession. Atma has no connection. Atma has none of these things in this world of duality that we identify with. And as long as I identify with this world, wherever there is a pleasure, there is a pain. That is the agyan, the ignorance. So what they are advising us is to wake up in the sense that understand who you are and what you are in reality. Those who are asleep, you're going to lose out. So sometimes I am so obsessed with who I believe I am, the profession, the successes, and so on and so forth. That is being asleep, deeply asleep. You lose out. For then you don't even make that slightest effort to realize who you are and what you are in reality, that you transcend all these things. You are caught up in that agyan. You are caught up in that agyan. You live in that dream, believing it's a reality. Nobody says you shouldn't do what you have to do. But we are talking about the attachment to it. To be enshrouded, overpowered by it. That it dictates everything about you. And you forget totally who you are and what you are. Aham Brahmasmi. Notice how successes could cloud a man's intellect. The so-called successes. And this is what they mean by when you're asleep, you lose out. Those who are awake, they benefit. And who remain awake? Ramayana tells us, the yogis remain awake in this night of delusion. The yogis. They remain awake in the night of delusion. So we are told, oh man, God makes a difference now. You have to identify with Him. Not only for material things, but because it is your nitya. Aham Brahmasmi. Wake up and try to reflect upon your Master. Every moment you get available, and you should make as many available as possible to seek your Lord. जो कल करना सो आज कर ले, जो आज करना सो अब कर ले. What is to be done tomorrow, do it today. What is to be done today, do it now. Procrastination is the thief of time. It's so sad that we procrastinate with respect to things of a religious nature. I put off going to temple. I put off doing my puja. I put off doing my fast. I put off making my sacrifices. I do not put off the alignment. I don't put off the drinking, the skylarking, becoming obsessed and imbued in material things. I don't put that off, and those things bind me. And what I should not put off, those things I put off. Those things that help me. Who loses? Who loses? And we give all kind of justification for doing so. All kinds of justification. Only to fool ourselves and no one else. No one else. The sages tell us, oh man, don't be so foolish. Oh, you foolish ones, wake up. When the birds have already damaged all your crops, sometimes you sow seeds and the birds eat away all the seeds. You don't put this scarecrow to scare them away. When all the seeds have already been eaten up, now you say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. When opportunities have gone by, you say, oh, I am sorry. You're crying over spilt milk, as we say. Does it help? Does it help? And many do that. You see, when the success, as you look for it, comes immediately, oh, this is good. But later on, the end result really, When everything fails you, then you want to know why. Why? We have regrets. We make wrong choices, exercise wrong options. And the sages tell us, all these sinful actions, sins of omission as well as commission. And devotees, to me, the more technical sin is the sin of omission, where you fail to do what you're supposed to do, giving all kind of spurious reasons to justify why you don't do what you have to do. Yet it's sinful. It's sinful. This is technical. It's very subtle and even more dangerous than the actual committing a sin that you know, going against scriptural injunctions. That you know. That you know. But this one, when you don't know, yet it has an effect, it is much more dangerous. And to me, the majority of the world creating sins of omission, not so much commission. Because people follow religion, they say, okay, I want to do the right thing, and whatever, you do the right thing. Yes, as far as you, avoid doing the wrong things, I should say that. But then, what you should be doing, these subtle things in life, the simple things in life, we make wrong choices. And what happens? We create sins of omission. So that whether it's an omission or commission, when the sins are compared to a noose like a rope, when it begins to strangle us, we'll hold our head and bawl. Oh God, why? Oh God, who? You understand? Most time it's who? Who do this to me? Who do this to me? Not realizing that we have created our own problems. The sages say, man, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. Wake up. Wake up. You see, devotees, the things of life that appeal to the senses are easier to follow than to harness the senses and guide them in a direction that is more beneficial to you. It's easier that way. It's easier for a man to go to enjoyment than to go to sacrifice. It's easier for him. Because this is how the senses pull us away. And this is how the majority of society behaves. Most people give man a choice of go enjoyment, go for sacrifice. They'll go for the enjoyment. They will never say, okay, let me strike a balance, or let me forego the enjoyment and make a sacrifice. It doesn't happen too often. And here is where we lose out. So when you put all these things together, the sages tell us, we make wrong options, we exercise wrong options. We are asleep in a night of delusion. You have to wake up. Jago. Wake up, oh man. When you wake up, you will benefit, you will enjoy. Now, devotees, I'm not saying that we all have to sit in a temple and pray day and night or in a cave. What I am saying is that at this point in time, we must strike a balance. Man is fourfold: physical, spiritual, social, and mental. These four can be compared to the four corners of a square. Each angle of a square is 90 degrees, we all know that. At this stage in our lives, there must be a balance. Life mustn't be skewed in any particular direction. Neither in the spiritual, nor in the mental, nor physical, nor social. At this point, it must be balanced. But what I'm trying to point out is that many of us, when a decision is to be made, options to be exercised, the spiritual angle is one that suffers most times, if not all times, except when we have trouble. Except when we have trouble. Then you want to pray, do havan, burn down your house, burn down your temple, smoke all side. You go to the extreme. Why not strike a balance? A balance in the four corners, so to speak. Keep that square perfectly square. Don't make it a rhombus. Make it twisted, skewed, some angles bigger than some. As you get older in life, as you advance in age, advance in maturity, then devotees, it can become a bit skewed in favor of the spiritual angle. Let the spiritual angle grow. For then the other areas will not attract you too much again. And if you're young and you're caught up and you make this square skewed, the rhombus, and the wide angles will be more social, more physical, then when you're very ready for the spiritual angle, it's too late. It's too late. So strike a balance. The sages, devotees, they remain awake in the night of delusion. How? Chanting the name of the Lord. Chanting the name of the Lord. The power of the name.
Ram Ram Sita Rama Ramachandra Pahi Mam Ram Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Ram Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Krishna Krishna Gopala Vasudeva Pahi Mam Krishna Krishna Gopala Vasudeva Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Atulita Baladhamam Hanumat Pahi Mam Atulita Baladhamam Hanumat Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Durga Lakshmi Sharada Sarva Devi Pahi Mam Durga Lakshmi Sharada Sarva Devi Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Hara Hara Gangadhara Nilakantha Pahi Mam Hara Hara Gangadhara Nilakantha Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Ram Ram Sita Rama Ramachandra Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam Rama Krishna Govinda Hari Pahi Mam. So remember, devotees, we must wake up from the sleep of delusion. उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भये अब रैन कहा जो सोवत है. Why are you still asleep? Remember, those who are asleep will lose, those who are awake will gain. And how to stay awake? Seek the Lord. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Murhamati. Bole Vrindavan Sri Krishna Chandra ki Jai.
Om Jai Swaha Mata Maya Jai Swaha Mata Tum Agni ki Shakti Tum Agni ki Shakti Tum Sachi Mata Om